I don't know why I'm getting all nervous and shy, like I have not done this a billion times. Um, welcome back to the prosperity portal, though, but welcome to the prosperity portal for some of you because you ain't never been here before. I'm Coach Omi, the Mystical Misfit, and I am cheesing. You can probably hear it. I'm cheesing. I might cry too, but I'm gonna try really hard not to do that. But I just want to say, first of all, shout out to Kindred Spirits. Shout out to Kindred Spirits. Shout out to Resonant Souls. Shout out to the Deep Thinkers. Shout out to all of those who are authentically themselves and have no desire to perform. Shout out to everyone who is showing up because they know that presence is a gift. They don't give a fuck about no algorithms. Um, yeah, I'm about to cry. I'm trying not to though. I just want to say that, like, I want you to keep trusting in whatever it is that you do, whatever vision it is that you have, because I have seen what happens when you maintain your momentum regardless of what it looks like. Sometimes circumstances don't always equate to all of the work that you have put in. It doesn't always look like what you think it should look like if you've, stayed true to your vision. But I have to tell you, all right, I'm crying and I'm trying not to. Okay, so just ignore the fact that I'm crying. Okay, 'cause it's happy tears for sure. Um, I just want to tell you though that, like, I spent since 2019 not just building House of Wolf, but like building myself too, right? Learning myself from the inside out, and really understanding who I am. And now I have an understanding, right? And because of that, it's like there's security there, right? You can't be tricked into believing something about yourself because you know yourself through and through. And not only do you know yourself through and through, you love who you are through and through, the shadow and the light, right? Learning how to integrate my shadow with my light has been a key component in my growth, because for a very long time I thought that there was something wrong with me, or that I wasn't going to be able to get where I needed to get to because of my shadow. That's real talk. Like I, on many occasions, was looking at myself and very sad because I'm like, damn, why am I like this? Or why do I think this way? Or why do I feel these ways? And, going through all types of trauma and whatnot can, definitely produce that result. Uh, I do just want to say, though, that I was asking all these questions, having all these objective questions and explorations, because I was comparing myself to what I had heard other people said that either I need to be like, or just basing my journey off of other people's journey. And what I realized is that that's what was messing me up in the first damn place, trying to equate my growth and my worth to what others' journey looked like. And that's just, you can't do that, especially when you're an anomaly, especially when you were born to be the lone wolf. If you know that you have always had a hard time connecting to like the in crowd, or just had a hard time connecting to people in general, because a lot of people are programmed to not be authentic, right? A lot of people don't know themselves. If you're one of those people, then you probably understand where I'm coming from when I say this. Your journey, no one else can give you insight onto what that journey is going to look like, because it's never been walked before. The path that you're on has never been walked before. You have never been where you're going. Other people have not been, you understand? So even if there are similarities in the sense that, oh, I know this other person, she went through da 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 da, it's never gonna look identical, because you are walking your own path, you are paving your own lane. Now, I just want to say that, I was surprised at myself this past week when something didn't go the way that I expected it to go. And I almost wanted to like look at myself and be like, there's something wrong with me because I'm not responding the way that I used to respond. But no, there wasn't nothing wrong with me, y'all. What happened is I've grown so much, and spirit kind of like tested me with something this past week. And like that test was a proof that like um I'm where I need to be at now to receive what I've been asking for. And so, to circle back, since 2019, I've been building House of Wolf. Since 2019, I've really been on an inward journey. Okay. I wouldn't say that I'm on a spiritual journey anymore, because I have reached a point of mastery, but that does not mean that I don't still see myself as a student of life who is learning new things and, experiencing new things. But you can't always be on a spiritual journey. You can't always be on a healing journey. There has to come a point where you utilize what you've learned on the journey and start integrating it into your life, right? And because the rest of your life is gonna be moments for you to grow, to heal, to whatever you need to. But you know there is a very explicit journey that I feel we all have to go on, and it's gonna look different for all of us. So, saying all that stuff to say, something that I posted recently, um it made me realize that the time that I've been waiting and waiting and waiting has been time that I've actually been mastering myself. And that mastery is important in this phase of my life, what I'm experiencing now. Now, I am overjoyed. Honestly, I'm so grateful. I'm actually supposed to be asleep right now, even though it's not really that late. But like, I'm supposed to be asleep right now, but I fell asleep, had a crazy dream, and had to wake back up. And by the way, who is that girl that I keep seeing in my dreams? Side note, my bad. Sorry, ADHD. But now that I'm awake, I had this impulse to just speak to the people who resonate with me, and I'm actually just gonna private this video because that was the plan originally. I don't know why the hell I didn't do it, but I'm gonna make this video private to only the people that I want to see it, because uh, if you found me through that post and added me on Discord, um, it's just a beginning, first of all. So bear with me as I get everything set up for us, and not set up, but because it's already set up, but just I'm gonna send out a message to all of y'all. But saying all this, okay, because sometimes we think that we're behind. Social media shows us this quick, 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 quick. 7 seconds. You can only think this this amount of time. You can only stand to watch a video for this long. I know I've watched myself kind of listen. I won't even proclaim it. I'll just say that there have been moments where I was watching a video. I was like, okay, she taking too long to get to the point. Keep it pushing. But also, like, why are our minds programmed to race through things? Why are we so impatient? Well, because algorithms, because social media. But I would like to tell you that you don't need to rush. And if it's taking you longer than what you anticipated, or maybe you feel like other people have bypassed you now, that's good. Because probably what you're building, probably what you want, is meant to be legacy, right? You are meant to leave something behind that people will remember for lifetimes, okay? Other people, they're just meant to leave their mark right then and there, and then that's it, you know? So don't look at other people and what they're building and what they're getting, and think to yourself, I'm never going to get there. Or why is it taking me so long? If it's taking you so long, it's probably going to be epic. That's probably why it's taking so long. So, um, shout out to everybody that has found me over over on the Discord, on House of Wolf Discord. I really probably really wanted to add you to the prosperity portal for some of y'all, but it just feels like it makes so much sense to just have one Discord and just kind of blend the two. So for all my spiritual babies, for all my alchemists, for all of my mystics, I'm gonna be adding y'all to a specific little channel, and I would love for you to share what you do, share your messages, and all that good stuff in that thread, because I know we've kind of all agreed that like tarot is dead on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram. You know what I mean? Yeah, because it's oversaturated with people who don't recognize what they're actually tapping into. They still are focused on, clout. So yeah, I wanted to do something special for y'all because um well, this is my opportunity to share something with people who I know will truly get it. So I'm gonna share this with you. It's a message that will help us to know that we're right where we're supposed to be, first and foremost. I know, and I can't remember what your name is, but listen, it's okay. This is just 24 hours in, right? We ain't even 24 hours in yet. But you mentioned that you want to grab a copy of this deck, and I'm definitely going to have this deck available by the end of November. So when I say available, I mean it's already done, completed. It just needs to be printed now. So not just printed though, we need a box for it as well, and I want that box to be designed and yeah, hey, I'm an artist, remember that. So I do still suffer from perfectionism to some capacity, but anywho, with that being said, I want to read some cards from the prosperity deck. I did this kind of already before, but like not in this capacity because it wasn't special. It wasn't for just y'all, okay? But this is for just y'all, even though I'm streaming this video publicly. Like I said, I'm about to make it private because this is not for everybody. Everybody doesn't appreciate us the way that I appreciate us. So, with that said, I'm gonna scroll through, right? And whatever cards I land on, I'm gonna read them and I'll expand upon them as I feel led to expand upon them. But I do first and foremost want to say this something really significant about your dreams, but I don't think it's just your dreams that you have when you're asleep. I think this is about your daydreams and about the things that you've been thinking about, some of you since you were little girls, like, oh my gosh, I want to do this when I get older. It's like you have um this very visionary spirit. It's not something where you're looking at other people and you're like, oh, I gotta become this, I gotta become that. It's like you have something on your soul that like it needs to come to life. You need to see it through fully because like your soul won't rest without it being created. So whatever that is, okay, it could be a project, okay, it could be music, it could be paintings, it could be whatever it is. um you need to get back to those dreams, and I'm not sure where that how that resonates for each of you, and it may not resonate with all of you, but I'll say this: for who it does resonate with, I see you with a spiral notebook. So you need to get a spiral notebook if you don't have one. If you do have one and this is your book that you put all your plans, your dreams, your visions in for whatever it is that you're building for the future, I need you to go back to that and look at that. Okay, you're going to be using the law of assumption to bring your dreams into the 3D. Okay, um, law of assumption is not magic in the sense that it's not any abracadabra stuff. Because all you're using is the power of your mind, right? The power of assumption, assuming that something already is what you want it to be and living as such. Simple as that. So no one can tell you that that's witchcraft if you only using your mind. Now, listen, if you add extra stuff to it, maybe. But I ain't got nothing to say about it one way or the other. Okay, I will just say the bare minimum is use assumption magic to bring your dreams into the 3D. Now, if there are still things that you need to do on a personal level, be patient with yourself. Allow you to be guided by your highest self, and give you nudges and confirmations as to what's next, or when it's time to pause, or when it's time to move, whatever it is, right? And trust in the fact that us connecting the way that we did, like, I mean, yeah, we could have connected with anybody, but we connected for a reason. So I wouldn't be telling you this for no reason. And again, make sure that you drop all of your projects and whatever it is that you're working on, or whatever it is that you want to bring into fruition. Drop that in the introductions so that I can put energy into it for you as well. Because listen, my well wishes, all right, and my excitement and my support is going to definitely stimulate those dreams 1000%. So um, I'm gonna be using the prosperity deck, and I'm gonna use alongside it my red deck. Okay, my red deck is my favorite deck because it's my favorite color. Okay, but let's look at really quickly. I ain't gonna keep y'all much longer, I promise. Let's look at the messages that Spirit wants us to know at this new. I'm hearing juncture. Goodness, junction. Okay, new junction. Okay, all right, look at you. What? It's not like I ain't never heard the word before, but I ain't never used the word in a sentence. Listen, being a wordsmith is so weird because, like, you know, anyway, I'm a poet and you know it. So that's where it comes from. Just, I don't know where a new word will just pop up. I used to read the dictionary as a kid, so there's that too. But okay, so first thing that I have here, your first message is from the voice notes to self. Okay, so the prosperity deck is filled with assumption actions. Okay, assumption magic actions, little activities that you can do daily or just for that day, depending on what your journey looks like. There's also some affirmations and something else that I'm missing, but for purposes of not making this too long, let me continue. The first one that you have, first message you have, is voice notes to self. Okay, this is a assumption magic practice that I have been doing for years. Actually, I love talking to myself and reminding myself of where I'm going, what I want, how far I've come, all of that. But in this particular instance, you're going to use these voice notes to self to record affirmations, and then you're going to listen to them daily as if your future self is coaching you. Okay, so whatever it is that you want to bring to fruition, use the voice notes to self to affirm that it is already done, first of all. And then I want you to listen to these affirmations as long as you feel called, but I would say do it every single day until you don't need to do it anymore. And even then, go back and remind yourself when you need reminders, right? Once the vision has been brought to fruition, because it ain't like it's going to be a cakewalk once you get what you want. There's still work that needs to be done. You understand? All I've been wanting is kindred spirits, connecting with kindred spirits, not people that want to fake, not people that want to steal your personality. Come on, I don't want to be redundant. But once you connect with people, okay, once you find the kindred spirits, you still got to do something. You can't just be like, all right, the kindred spirits are here. Whew, I'll just sit down now. You got to engage, you got to put effort. So the voice notes to self, I got the Nine of Cups and the Seven of Cups. Interesting, real interesting. Because like you know how I already am picking this up. Like there could be a situation. I mean, there could be situations where it's like you feel real excited about what you do, or you feel very, you know how you just on a supernatural high when you get something that you want, or when you accomplish something, when you have a milestone that you reach, and you just like, yes, I feel good. And you know how you could come across a miserable motherfucker and they will do anything they can to try to tear you down. Man, yes, this is the energy. It's like people will try to come in and take your Nine of Cups. It's like, I see your Nine of Cups and I raise you a bunch of confusion and doubt. Like this is motherfuckers that love to see people feeling unsure about the choices that they're making. They love to create illusions of, oh, I'm not worthy, or it's only gonna be this good, and you know what I mean. Like, don't let these miserable motherfuckers even be a factor though, because you know what I'm thinking, what I'm getting from this is like your thoughts about yourself are already very strong anyway. Like you have a strong sense of self. You are very much rooted in your identity. So that's not really an issue at all. But it's more so about like when you're new to something, right? And we've already gone over the fact that you're paving your own lane. So what you're doing, what you're building is so unique. There's nothing to compare it to, right? There's nobody else that has done it your way. So even if you wanted to get advice and guidance from somebody else, you couldn't. So that in itself can be a little shaky, like at first, right? Because it's like, oh, I never done this before. It's like riding a bike, right? Like you start to pedal, you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I could do this. And some of y'all may be like me and crash into the bushes and whatnot a few times. But like eventually you learn how to pedal and do it with balance, right? And then eventually you practice and you practice and you practice, and then you do it with ease. You do it effortlessly. You're like, man, I know this shit. Matter of fact, you get to a point where you can start writing without no hands. Okay. Look, ma, no hands. I like it. And so that's the same energy that I want you to bring into this new timeline, because you are in a new timeline, even if your reality doesn't fully reflect that just yet. Let your mind reflect it first and foremost, right? Who cares about what's being reflected in the 3D? Focus on what's being reflected in your mind, because your mind is what is shaping your 3D in the first place. So if there's people that are trying to create illusions for you when it comes to what you're building, okay, if people are trying to make you feel insecure about what you're building, just reflect back to the voice notes, okay? Listen to those affirmations and remind yourself you exactly where the hell you supposed to be. You doing a damn good job, because ain't nobody else doing what you doing. Okay, remember, you the pioneer. Hello. Okay. Wealth anchor. Next card. Okay, I'm gonna give y'all three more cards. They're saying, all right, then. Wealth anchor. Choose a physical anchor. It could be a ring, a bracelet, a crystal, whatever, a journal. Okay, whatever it is for you. Choose a physical anchor, and every time you touch it, assume you are fully resourced and supported. Okay. So this is specifically for those of you who feel like, damn, I ain't got enough, or damn, I don't have enough support, or damn, not enough people see me, damn, not enough people believe in me, whatever it is, right? Have this physical item close by at all times, okay? And let this object be a reminder that wealth is right there with you, honey. It is right there with you. Yeah, maybe your bank account is getting it wrong. Okay, it may say 555, but what if that's just a trick of the mind, just like that Seven of Cups? Okay, just illusions. What if it really say 5 billion? It could say whatever you want it to say. Okay, see, people, they like to tease individuals who use this power of the mind because they're not brave enough to do this. But be the difference, be the anomaly in a world full of following ass motherfuckers who are comfortable with being limited, okay? Because they don't want to look stupid. I don't know who I'm talking about, but I know I'm definitely talking about somebody. I just felt it in my spirit when I said that. Death card is like right here as I turned over I split the deck in half and I turned it over, but the death card is in reverse. So the stack in my right hand has the death card on it and it's in reverse. And then in my left hand, I got the five of swords at the bottom of that deck. I mean, in the bottom of that pile. And, it's so crazy because it feels like whatever, like it's more because we know swords air, right? Communication, right? So thoughts as well as words spoken. It really feels like certain things just don't get to you anymore, period. Okay, certain things don't get to you more anymore, but also this feels like maybe even the way that you used to talk to yourself and how you used to see things, like in this new season. I'm gonna say this: in this new season there is no more room for the old to come in and play with your mind in no way, shape, or form. Okay, if there are people around you who don't believe in what you're doing, fuck them. Who cares? Like, those are non-factors. Truly, listen to me when I tell you this: non-factors. What really matters is that you were brave, you're full of faith, like you were brave enough to get started and you're brave enough to keep going even without proof of life sometimes. Okay, and can I just give you a standing ovation for that? Yo, because sometimes you gotta be a little crazy in order to see it through. I'm telling you, because you will face loss after loss after loss, and it's like, what the hell are you still showing up for? How many times you gotta lose before you recognize that you ain't gonna win? Or is that a trick too? Is that a trick too? Maybe what you want is so big to the point where you gotta know what it feels like to have loss after loss after loss. That's what's really developing you. That is what is creating that resilience. That is what's making you capable of maintaining on a journey where others definitely would have quit at inception. To be honest, they would have been like, oh, hell no. Hell no, I'm not doing this. So, wealth anchor. Choose a physical anchor. Like I said, it can be a ring, bracelet, crystal. Again, I love, got a little mini journal. Whatever it is, though, it doesn't matter what it is. Every time you touch it, assume you are fully resourced and supported. Listen, I'm telling you, that mind, man, that power of the mind. Whoo, child. Okay, so the next one is simplify to amplify. Okay, remove one draining task or commitment today. Well, tomorrow. Well, you might be looking at this tomorrow, actually. So you do it when you do it, okay? If you start your day and you just feel like, man, I got a lot on my plate, and trust me, that be me most days. I'm like, damn, I got a lot to do, but I don't be frustrated or burned out. I just be like, whew, let me get this shit done. Because the quicker I get it done, the quicker I can really relax and just enjoy all that I've built, right? But if you wake up feeling like that any day, to be honest, you any day, simplify to amplify. Remove one draining task or commitment on that day. Okay. It's okay to take it away, put it on pause. Like, hey, hello, it's gonna be another day, and if it ain't, hey, at least you lived. Okay. Celebrate your small wins. Okay. Name three things you're proud of today. Also, I love the idea of going back to the very first one and doing a recording of what you're proud of and play it back. Talk to yourself in future self. Okay. Talk to yourself as if you're talking to yourself from the future. Girl, I'm so proud of you. Look at all that you've accomplished. You did this, you did this, you did this. Identify three things that you're proud of and play that, okay? I don't know why I just heard. See, I them urges, man. I can't, I can't just be regular, man. I just heard it. Play that funky music, why, boy? Wait, okay, let me get out of here. This is embarrassing. Let me go. Um, The last aspect or the last card that I want to share is follow the fun. Okay, lean into what feels exciting and light. Okay, everything don't have to be heavy. If you got 50 things on your agenda, okay, now I'm talking to myself, low key, because this be me sometimes. If you got 50 things on your agenda, you know realistically that you ain't gonna be able to get them 50 things done in a day in the first place. So why even put that type of pressure on yourself? Like, oh man, I only got this. I only got 24 hours. I can only do. Okay, it's fine. You got it all laid out. You know what needs to be done. Take small breaks, okay, in between your day. First of all, if you like me, you got a full plate. Take small breaks, okay. Work for an hour, work for an hour and a half. I like to work for an hour and a half, but I say an hour as a minimum. Work for an hour, take a small pause, get up, stretch your booty, stretch your booty. Well, that too, shake your booty, stretch your legs, wiggle around, go get something to drink, hit the blunt, whatever you do, okay? And then come back to do another hour of whatever it is you need to do. But do not overwhelm yourself and do not try to cram everything into your day. Ain't no reason to do that. What you getting burnt out for? Who told you had to do that? You bugging. So, yeah, that's it. That's all I gotta say. I'm gonna be putting up a little guide that shows you how to navigate this Discord and how to get assigned to your first role, because everybody needs to have a role, so I understand what you're there for, what you do, all that good stuff. So whether you are a fashion babe, a fashionista, okay, or a vocal musician, whatever it is, a vocal artist, whatever it is, okay. So I will assign everybody a role tomorrow, and yeah. I'm just like, I got too much to do. I got too much to do. So maybe this is my time to try to go to sleep. But I know I ain't gonna go to sleep, to be honest, because I'm gonna be up for about another 2 hours, because I feel that momentum is just in me. I'm just like, ooh, I'm so excited. There's so much to do. And this is after having a situation happen this past week, like I said, that typically would have been disappointing to me, but this time around it didn't even feel disappointing. I was just like, okay, anyway, continue doing what I've been doing. Okay, you've grown when you ain't even phased by the shit that you used to feel some type of way about. You know what I'm saying? When you used to feel disappointed, when you used to feel hurt, when you used to feel offended, whatever, and you have a similar experience happening, and you don't feel you ain't phased in no way, shape, or form. It's like, oh hell yeah, give yourself a pat on the back, because that's real growth, man. I'm telling you. So all right, y'all, I'm up out of here. I'm gonna stop talking. I love you. I do. I love you. And you don't gotta say it back, but just know I love you. And you know, that's a beautiful thing to have. Okay. So I will see you guys when we'll talk soon. Bye. I'm crying. No,